Hello, welcome back. This is Kenshin1913, and we are Let's Playing Legacy of Kain, Defiance. In the last episode, we made it to the cemetery in the darkness area. Excuse me. Yeah. And look who it is, it's green-eyed fellows. More of them. We must destroy them in order to progress. So yeah, what's happening, everybody? We're just, you know, I don't know what we're doing. We're just looking to get into the Dark Forge area. Yeah, and this, boom, I love it. I'll take your soul and your soul. And let's continue. Yeah, that was the Material Reaver's charge, which is pretty cool. And here we are at this area over here. Now, for some reason, it doesn't mention anything about when I was playing around, doing a quick run through so I don't look like a moron. There was a scene where Raziel said maybe going into the Spectral Realm would help, because there's a symbol in the middle right here that we go into the Spectral Realm. Now we gotta go up Stonehenge and on top over there. So yeah, I still, ooh, there's a body over there. Anyways, let's go over here. Back into the Material Realm. As Raziel reforms his body through sheer will. Let's open the door. And now we are really in the darkness forest area, I guess. And look at that, huh? What's that? Over here you can hit your Reaver thing if you want, charge up your Reaver. And if we come over here, uh-oh. Wraiths! Let's take them out. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Eat it, Wraith. Eat it! Yeah. And this guy right here, no. I would say he's a big Wraith, but no, I think this is the regular one. Basically, there'll be upgrades to each enemy, I believe. Each different type of enemy. Now that thing is powered up. So let's go over here.
As I stepped through, I felt a sense of displacement as some arcane sorcery transported me away.
Yep, so this is a warp gate, which will lead us to a certain area where we can forge our elemental.
This was clearly some ancient ruin of a vampire civilization. Perhaps here I would finally decipher the riddle of my destiny.
Yeah, maybe.
Throughout these ruins, I found murals depicting the seminal events of vampire history. These scenes commemorated a great war between the ancient vampires and their rivals. In triumph, they banished their adversaries from the world and raised the pillars as the lock that binds them. The image of the Reaver was inscribed throughout this place, always depicted with reverence. The vampire's holy weapon was destined to be borne by their prophesied hero, for whom it was forged. But if this was my destiny, why had the Reaver tried to consume me?
Yeah, Raziel is supposed to be the hero, not the Reaver. Right? Right? Anyways, we're inside what I'm going to call the Darkness Forge. Even though I called it, there was a forge just like this in the other game, but this supposedly is the ruins of the vampire civilization. So, it's the vampire's forge.
This scene depicted the appointment of the original vampire guardians, each summoned to serve when the pillars were raised. Each guardian is aligned to the principle of the pillar he serves, and the balance guardian is the axis of them all.
Yep. So let's look at these. Let's look at these pictures. If you press down the R joystick, you can actually go in first-person mode and look at stuff. So what we need to do is go over here and warp the new spirit realm, the Spectral Realm. And if you warp right next to the gate, I believe it just starts you on the other side, which is kind of nice, I guess. And also kind of confusing, but what are you going to do? Hey look, here's a buddy. And like I was mentioning in the last episode, I will be fighting like every monster until I get my ability, all 5 abilities. So stay tuned for more action as we take on some sluaghs. And you got, after you hit them 3 times, you gotta suck up their souls real quick, otherwise they will morph back into their physical form. There we go. And unlike Soul Reaver 1 and 2, wow, that didn't kill him. Anyway, unlike Soul Reaver 1 and 2, there's actually only a limited amount of souls in each area, I think. And enemies, too. So, you gotta be careful when consuming souls in the Spectral Realm. Anyway, now we need to find here we go. Uh-oh. Green gate, you know what that means. Excuse me, more greenhide fellows. And apparently these guys know the name of Raziel. Little Raziel. Yeah, if you haven't figured out who these guys are yet, I'll probably tell you about them eventually, but again, Raziel doesn't know. Look at all these dudes. Eat it. Yeah, even their souls are different colors than regular humans. So that gives you a clue that these guys must be like otherworldly. And then we come over here, we can fight these tentacles as they try to rape Raziel with the tentacle rape. These guys are pretty easily dispatched.
At last it was done. The Reaver was forged with darkness. As I felt this new power coursing within the Wraithblade, I knew that now the Light Temple would open to me.
Yep, now Raziel, we can access the Darkness Reaver on a whim. We don't need a font in order to use pretty nice. Yeah, we can just use it on a whim. And the nice thing about the Dark Reaver is it has its own what is it? Charge up thing when you use it. Each Reaver and each Reaver, depending on what it's powered by, has a different power up attack, which is pretty awesome. I really like that they did that. Anyways, now we gotta get out of here, and the way we gotta get out of here is basically we gotta light these. There's these two things that are lit up, and you gotta unlight them, or something like that. But yeah, this is the way we gotta climb back up. And we come over here. There are dudes over here. But yeah, we can't just use the same warp that we came in, because we needed to recharge it. And the way to recharge it was to dim those bulbs or whatever with the light reaver. Yeah, I still have this cough. I think I mentioned that. It's a huge pain in the ass. It's been here about a week now, and it won't go away. I took some medicine to get rid of it, but it hasn't gone away 100% yet. Anyways, now we have the Dark Reaver. Here's a picture, you know, the hero. The hero holding the Reaver must be Raziel. So let's go through this wormhole thing again. Now you see those things up there? They just appeared now. So we gotta deal with them. And what we need to do is, you see, yeah, the gargoyles, you remember, who basically wouldn't let us through earlier? Well, they're back over here. And what we need to do is charge up the Reaver with the Shadow Reaver, and that makes us invisible. So that's pretty cool. And now to get rid of it, you just gotta move back to the regular material. So yeah, we're gonna be doing excuse me, we're gonna be doing this a lot with Raziel. Because he's gonna get like 8 different types of elemental reavers. Anyways, we're basically done with this area over here. So let's keep going. Or let's go back actually. And we shouldn't get attacked by anybody. Yeah. Anyways, I like what they do over here, where they kind of show you where you gotta go again. This place is fairly big, and can be a wee bit confusing. And of course, I don't land up there. What the fudge? What the fudge?
Vampire.
And now we gotta deal with these vampire hunters. And now, ooh, we learned a new ability. Anyways, we got ourselves a new enemy here. These are vampire hunter mage ladies, and they suck because they do the same thing that the Seraphim people do. They can enhance the other fighters. They can also shoot fireballs at you, do a shockwave attack, and they can also what else can they do? They can also put a barrier up, which is a bunch of horse horse poopy. Anyways, I want to kill them all just because. Yeah, and that's a nice thing to do to them. Like when you see them trying to cast a spell, you can use the circle button and blast them with the TK ability, rendering them invulnerable or rendering them not able to use any of their magic, which is nice. Because I hate these ladies. I don't really like that they can use a barrier, but I guess everyone's gonna have something that's gonna piss you off. So if we come over here, there's some more of those guys. You can just push them around with your TK. And I love the fact that you can knock them through these tombstones and whatnot. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can always give yourself a little room by smashing them with your TK ability. Damn, I keep missing. There we go. Yeah, so sometimes, what the hell, are you hitting them or what? So sometimes it's a good idea to, you know, keep moving as you're hitting enemies. And then sometimes it's a good idea just to focus on one. Like that one. Bitch. Now that we knocked him into a corner, he really can't do crap. I'll take your sword. I know there's a couple dudes on top, I think, which we can't get to because I didn't jump over there.
Belong in this world, then.
And yeah, I can't even hit him. I can't even hit him with my TK ability. So screw it. Let's just go to this area, which we need the Dark Reaver to get into. Just like the key, it opens up the door. I think it keeps it open. No, it's just fine. Anyways, in the next episode, we'll head towards the Light Reaver and hopefully get it. See.